Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Panopalis. Thanks for joining us. First at 5 tonight, spot a scam. Fraudsters are more cunning than they've ever been, trying to separate you from your hard-earned cash. And sadly, their prime targets are often seniors. As CTV's Laura Brown shows us, it's increasingly difficult to detect fraud, but there are some key things to keep in mind. Laura.
That's right, Maria. We're hearing about these scams more and more, so members of this senior center wanted to learn how to protect themselves.
I didn't know what phishing meant other than being on a lake or a river with a pole.
Madeline Goudet has had her email hacked. She's received the suspicious messages and phone calls acting like a loved one.
You might think it's your grandson, but the voice doesn't sound quite right. So you automatically say, "Gee, David, what's wrong? That doesn't sound like you." So we've given them a name.
The president of Stepping Stone Senior Center decided it was time to go on the defensive. She called in the experts.
So they're going to pressure you to say, well, I can make this money fast for you.
Lisa Legier is an education specialist with Financial and Consumer Services of New Brunswick. She teaches people to protect themselves from financial abuse and exploitation, including phone and internet scams. She says it comes down to one main point.
If they're not 100% sure where the information's going and where it's coming from, that's when they definitely need to take a step back.
Never use your phone number as a password. Don't include personal information when posting photos on social media. And one tip that seemed to resonate with this group, if you don't recognize the number, it's okay not to pick up the phone.
The phone will ring and we don't even think to look at the number. And the next thing you know, somebody wants to talk with Luke. And that happens to me a lot.
Williams admitted sometimes she or her friends are tempted to answer anyway, just to have someone to talk to.
It's not a good idea at all.
They are so good at tailoring these messages to any age, any situation, any demographic, that it's not just necessarily the typical we're targeting older people because they may not be as tech savvy. We are seeing a rise in young people, 18 to 24-year-olds, being victimized by these online scams.
The commission says it's important to talk about it and reduce the stigma.
We can't stop it, but we can educate ourselves to protect ourselves as much as we can.
The commission has an online list that people can access of businesses who are licensed and registered to sell something. But the bottom line is, if it doesn't look or sound right, take a minute and seek advice from someone you trust. Maria.
Oh, that is good advice. Thank you, Laura. CTV's Laura Brown for us in Fredericton this evening.